All right. Hello. Welcome Tuesday 2024. We are back. All right. Shut up on my phone. And we've got about a minute or two until we get started. So, welcome Haunted Mat Yoga. My name is Rachel. We're here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time or 6 p.m. Eastern. And tonight we're going to be working on some binds and balance. So binds are some of my favorites. They're really, really fun to work on. So we're going to do a lot of rotation with the shoulders. And yeah, we're going to work on some binds such as Warrior 3, Half Moon. It's going to be fun. What do you think, Alice? We got a minute. Are you excited for yoga time, Alice? It feels like it's been a while since we've been here. I think it was only a week that we missed from the holiday, but I don't know, it feels like it's been a while. If you do have two blocks, those will be helpful. You can tuck those up towards the top of the mat, but you can definitely make do without them as well if you don't have blocks to use. Oh, she wants to sit on me. Oh no, Alice, it's time to get started. Actually, we're starting in a seat, so let's get started. It's 7 o'clock. I've got a little lap cat. Oh, we'll come find a crisscross applesauce, such as I am, with or without cat, to get started. Great, let's start with just a couple full breaths here. Inhale, maybe pull the shoulders up towards the ears. And exhale, relaxing them down the back. Nice. Take a couple more like that. That felt nice. Inhaling, shoulders up. Exhale, draw them back. Awesome. Let's take 3 more breaths like this. Last one. Great. Holding the shoulders down. Take a breath in. And exhale, let the chin fall to the chest. Tilting the head forward. I'm trying not to slump the shoulders. Keep those tall. We'll start to move through a little half circle. Right ear to shoulder. Chin to chest. And left ear to shoulder. Nice. Take a couple more of these slow half circles. Gently moving through the neck. You can always pause at any point along this movement. We'll take just a couple more breaths here. Great, let's slowly take the head all the way back up to neutral. Now from your crisscross applesauce, take a lean back to switch the cross of the legs. I'm not going to do that because I have a cat, but we always tend to cross the same way, so it's good to switch it up. Oh, she moved. Okay. That was her ordering me to practice what I say. Awesome. Let's reach the arms out to a T here with the palms down towards the ground. We're going to work on some internal and external rotation with the shoulders. So let's turn the palms to face forward, maybe taking them all the way up to the sky, externally rotating. And then we'll take that the opposite way. Palms forward, down, and turning them to face the back. Just going as far as you feel comfortable. Let's take a few more like that, rotating the palms up and the palms away. And getting comfortable with that feeling of internal and external rotation. Our binds use a lot of internal rotation, so we want to get the shoulders moving. Nice. Let's take about 2 more. palms back to face down towards the ground. Let's take the left hand to the right knee. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist to the right. Right arm can fall behind. Sitting tall through the spine in this twist. Maybe you peek over the right shoulder. Great, let's turn that back to center, reaching the arms back out to a T. And with an inhale, right hand to left knee. Exhale, twist to the left arm falls behind. Take one more full breath. And then let's turn it back to center, leaning back, uncross the legs, tuck them off to the side, and come forward to your tabletop position. Come to all fours, hands and knees. Let's take a few cat-cows and move through the spine, inhaling to reach the heart forward. Exhale, push the ground away, round and contract. Inhaling to open. And exhaling away. Awesome. Let's take 3 more rounds of these cat-cows. Connecting movement to breath. And last one here. Great, take the spine back to neutral. And with an inhale, let's reach the right arm up to the sky, opening to the right side. Exhaling to thread the needle. Right arm under the left, right ear comes down towards matter block. Making sure the neck doesn't feel too uncomfortable here. You can always give the head a wiggle forward. And I'm going to give an option for our first bind here. It's going to be a half bind. So if you feel comfortable, let's take the left arm up towards the sky and internally rotate so the palm is facing away from you. Bending into that elbow, the top of the hand can come towards the low back or come all the way down by the right thigh. And think about that left shoulder up towards the sky. So opening that shoulder, drawing it back. Take 2 more breaths. Great, let's slowly undo that, bringing the left hand back into the shoulder. Inhaling to rise up, reach the right arm and pause. Tucking the right toes to extend back through that leg. Let's pivot to a modified side plank. Coming to the inner arch of the right foot, pivoting on the left knee to take that foot just off the mat. Awesome, take a couple big circles with this right arm here, moving through the shoulder. Great, let's switch that direction. And then we'll finish with that right arm up towards the sky. And I give a couple options here for this next one. Either taking this right leg, draw it gently back, squeeze the glutes, press the hips forward, or we can go for a foot grab here, lifting that right leg up, bend the knee, squeezing the heel in towards the butt. This right hand can reach down to try and capture the top of that foot. If you feel comfortable here, maybe kicking into the hand gently, opening the shoulder, opening the heart forward. Thinking about kicking straight back, not up. So we're here for 3, here for 2, and 1. Let's release, pivoting all the way back to our tabletop position. So we can take that to the other side. Inhaling to reach the left arm up. Exhale, threads the needle, left arm under the right, left ear comes down. Great, finding a comfortable spot with the neck here in your thread the needle before we attempt the half bind, which is optional, but if you like, let's take right arm up to the sky, internally rotate through the shoulder so the palm's facing towards the back. Bending into the elbow, hand can come top of hand to low back, or maybe it sneaks all the way down towards the left thigh. Take 2 more breaths here. Great. Let's slowly undo. Right hand back under the shoulder. Inhale to rise up. Reach the left arm, pausing here. Tuck the left toes to extend back, coming to inner arch of left foot, pivoting on the right knee to modified side plank. Awesome. Let's start with a couple circles through the left arm. And switching that direction. Great, let's finish with that left arm up to the sky, and our couple options for this next one, either gently drawing the left leg back any amount, squeeze the glutes, press the hips forward, or you can go for that little foot grab, lifting the left leg up, squeeze the heel in towards the butt, left hand reaches down to try and grab the top of that foot. If you feel comfortable here, you can kick into the hand, opening the shoulder, opening the heart forward. The heel kicking straight back, not up. Great, we're just here for 3, here for 2, and 1 release. Let's pivot it back to a tabletop position. Awesome. Back in our tabletop with an inhale, let's send the right leg back, lift it up. Exhale, pulls knee to nose, right foot steps through to a low lunge. Rising up here, let's tuck the tailbone, send the hips down towards the ground. And with an exhale, pull it back, hamstring stretch, lengthening through the right leg. You can take a point or a flex into the foot. The flex is going to be more of a stretch through the hamstring. You can always have blocks under the hands here as well. I really like that. All right, let's inhale that forward and exhale away. Great, we're going to take just 1 more like that. Forward and back. Nice, so let's meet back forward in our lunge. Tuck the back toes to lift the knee. And we'll step it up to a chair. Left foot steps up. Inhale, sweep the arms up along the ears. Exhale, maybe you sit a little deeper. Nice, with an inhale to rise all the way up. Hug the left knee into the chest. The arms can be wherever is comfortable. Finding our first balance, stabilizing, grounding down through the right leg. Standing tall, try not to dump into that hip. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Soften into the right knee so we can step all the way back to a low lunge, back to a plank, and lower the knees tabletop. Nice. Let's move that into the other side. Inhale, send the left leg back, lift. Exhale, knee to nose, left foot steps through, low lunge. Nice. Inhaling, sink the hips down here, open up the hip flexor. And with an exhale, pull it back, hamstring stretch, lengthening through the left leg, flex into the foot. Nice. We're going to take a couple rounds here, inhaling to shift it forward. Exhaling to go back. Oh yeah, I'll give you the option. You can point through that toe if you want to. As well in your half split. 1 more time, inhaling forward. Exhaling back. So we'll meet back forward in our lunge. And let's tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Stepping it up to a chair, right foot steps up. Inhale the arms up along the ears, sitting the hips back. Exhale, maybe you sit a little deeper. Inhale, rise up to standing, right knee hugs in. Finding a single-legged balance. Awesome. Find a fixed point to focus on. Standing tall through the spine, tall through that base leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, And one, soften into the left knee. Let's step it all the way back to a plank. Back and downward facing dog. This is our first one here. So you can take a moment, maybe find a little pedal out through the feet, move the hips side to side. Any gentle movements that you might like in your downward facing dog. We'll take just a couple more breaths here. All right, with the next inhale, to rise up onto the toes. Exhale, soften into the knees, peeking towards the top of the mat. Inhaling to step up to the top, come right to a halfway lift, lengthening out through the spine. Exhaling to fold. Inhaling to rise to standing, sweep the arms up, hug the left knee in. Nice soft bend into the right knee. Let's step back to a high crescent lunge. Nice. Think about tucking the tailbone here, engaging the core. Breath in. Exhale, back strokes the right arm, twisting to the right. Nice. Inhaling to take it forward. Exhaling to twist. Let's take one more like that. Inhaling forward. Exhale, twist. Nice. Let's inhale that forward. Exhale, backstroke the left arm, opening up to a warrior two. So we're pivoting on the left foot, turning the toes to the long edge of the mat. Sinking the hips down, arms reach out to a T, gazing over that right fingertips. Great, take a breath in. With an exhale, come to extended side angle, right forearm to right thigh, left arm up along the ear here. You can also bring a right hand to the inside of the right foot to the ground or to a block. Think about sinking the hips down here, opening them up. Great, we're trying to get a nice line from the knife edge of the left foot through to the left fingertips. Nice, take one more breath. Great, let's bring that left hand back down, pivoting on the back foot so we can turn towards a low lunge. Awesome, this is where blocks are going to come in handy at the top of your mat. We're going to try a warrior three. So let's take the hands to the blocks. Start to shift the weight into the right foot as you peel off the left, kicking it straight to the back of the room. Finding a balance here. Kicking back with a nice active leg, and we're not going for that leg way up high. We want it to send straight back. You could find a point. You could also flex through the foot, keeping the hips facing down towards the ground here. And if you feel comfortable, maybe you take one hand to heart center and maybe both, finding your balance. Awesome, let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands come back down. Let's step it back to a plank and take the hips back, downward facing dog. All right, take 2 breaths here. And with the next inhale, rising up onto the toes. Exhale, soften the knees, peek towards the top. Inhaling to step up, right to a halfway lift, lengthening out through the spine. Exhaling to fold. Inhaling to rise to standing, sweep the arms up, hug the right knee in. Take a soft bend into the left knee so we can step that right leg back. High crescent. So find your alignment here, engage through the core. Take an inhale as the arms reach up. Exhale, backstrokes the left arm, open twist. So I'm inhaling that forward. Exhaling to open. One more time, forward. And open. Nice, let's inhale that forward. And exhale, backstroke the right arm, opening up to a warrior two. So we're pivoting on the right foot, toes to the long edge, bending into that left knee, sink the hips down, gazing over the left fingertips. Take a breath in here. Exhaling to extended side angle, left forearm, left thigh, right arm up along the ear, sink the hips down. You can also take that left hand to the inside of the left foot, either to the block or to the mat. Great, take a couple breaths, sink into this one. Maybe trying to find that straight line as the hips descend down. Great, one more breath in. And breath out. Awesome, let's pivot on the back foot to turn towards a low lunge. Both hands come down. Setting up for our warrior three, you can take your blocks under the hands if you like. As you start to shift the weight into the left foot, peeling off the right, kicking it straight back. Keep the hips facing down towards the ground. We don't want them to open out to the side for this one. Virabhadrasana 3. Great, finding your balance. That extended leg is nice and active. Maybe you take one hand to heart center or both. Finding your balance. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soften into that base leg to bring the hands down. Step it back to a plank and take the hips back. Downward facing dog. Awesome. So good. Let's take 3 breaths here. You can also grab a sip of water if you like. And we're going to add on a little bind and another balance into our next sequence. All right, from downward facing dog, let's inhale up on the toes. Exhale, soften the knees, peek to the top. Inhaling to step up, we'll come right to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing arm sweep, and hug the left knee into the chest. Nice, take a flex into the left foot. I'm going to start to open that out to the left side, drawing that knee out externally, rotating through the hip. Find a soft bend into your right knee. And we're going to step all the way back to a warrior 2, stepping that left foot back, arms reach out to a T. Nice. Take a breath here, find your alignment, tuck the tailbone, stabilize the core, gazing over the right hand. Take a breath in. And exhale to extended side angle, right forearm, right thigh, left arm up along the ear, or hand to the inside of the foot. So I'm going to give an option for a half bind and a full bind here. Now, for a half bind, that top left arm, let's reach it up towards the sky and start to internally rotate, turning the palm to face away from you towards the back of your room. Start to bend into that elbow, bringing the hand, top of the hand to the low back, or maybe it comes down by the right thigh. Thinking about that left shoulder drawing up towards the sky, exactly like it was in our half bound thread the needle. Now you can stay here, or if you want to try a full bind, this bottom arm is going to do the same thing, internally rotate to turn the palm to face away. And it's going to sneak underneath that right arm any amount, or maybe it tries to grab for that left hand. Now you can use a strap here as well. That can be really helpful. Continuing to think about sending the hips down. This is a really tough one, so feel free to take whichever balance feels comfortable for you. Here for 3, 2, 1, release. Awesome. Let's grab one of our blocks into our right hand, take it a step in front of the right foot. We're going to go for a half moon balance here, starting to shift the weight into the right foot as you peel off the left, keeping the hips open to the left side of the room this time, left arm up to the sky. Take a flex into the left foot, stabilizing through that base leg, fixed point for balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, soften into that base leg so we can pivot down to a low lunge, step it back to a plank, and downward facing dog. Nice. That bound to half extended side angle is a tough one. All right, let's go right into the other side. Inhaling up on the toes. Exhale, soften the knees, peek to the top. Inhaling to step up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing arms, sweep, and hug the right knee into the chest. Let's flex into the right foot and start to go into external rotation here, opening that right knee out to the right side. Nice. Start to find a soft bend into the left knee. We're going to step right back to a warrior 2, stepping that right leg back, open the arms out to a T. Nice. Finding your alignment here, take a breath. Tuck the tailbone, engage the core, knit the ribs together. So take one more breath in. And exhale, extended side angle, forearm to thigh, right arm up along the ear, or that hand comes down to the ground. Great, you can choose to stay here, or if you want to try our half or full bind, I'll guide us through that, taking the right arm up towards the sky, internally rotate, bend into the elbow to bring that hand towards the low back, or maybe it sneaks down towards the outer left thigh. Now you can stay here, thinking about that right shoulder drawing up towards the sky. Left hand can be to the ground or block for support. And if you want to try our full bind, we are going to start to lift up that left hand, internally rotating to try and sneak it underneath the left leg. Nice, it can come any amount. You could just internally rotate and maybe start to walk it back, or bending the elbow, trying to connect the hands. This is a tough one for sure. So feel free to grab a strap into that right hand if you'd like. Great, here for 3, 2, 1. Nice, get out of there. Undo that bind or half bind. Let's grab one of our blocks into the left hand and take it a step in front of the left foot. Starting to shift all the way into the left as you peel off the right. Taking off to a half moon. Hips open to the right side of the room, right arm up to the sky. Nice, flex through that extended leg or foot. Awesome, let's hold that balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soften into that knee. Let's pivot down to a lunge and step it back, plank to take the knees down. Nice. Great, let's combine a comfortable kneel or a seat and we'll start to cool it down. That was a tough one tonight. Let's do a little shoulder internal rotation thing that's going to help us with our binds. So from your kneel or your seat, let's reach the arms out to a T. Nice. Let's take that right arm up towards the sky and bend into the elbow, bringing that hand behind the head. Nice. And with that other left arm, let's internally rotate, bend into the elbow, bringing that hand towards the low back. Nice. Now you can have a strap here as well to find the space between those two hands. Or maybe you start to wiggle, 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 touching the fingertips. And something to be aware of here is that we're not arching through the spine to find that grip. We're keeping the core engaged, so this is the shoulders moving. Awesome, take one more breath. And then let's release, reaching the arms back out to a T. We'll try that on the other side. Left arm reaches up, and bending into the elbow so the hand is towards the back of the head, upper back. Internally rotate the right shoulder to bring that hand behind to the low back, or maybe it starts to creep up a little further. Staying mindful of the core here. Maybe the fingertips touch. Always can use a strap for these as well. That's a really nice way. Slowly starting to walk the hands further and further until someday they touch. All right, let's slowly release that and let the arms go. Great, finding your comfortable kneel or seat. And let's take just a couple full breaths here to wrap up this evening. Great, take 3 deep breaths. Awesome, and thank you for being here tonight. This was definitely a little tougher one than our normal weekly class, but I thought it would be fun to do some binds, because binds are cool. Thanks for being here tonight. I am exhausted. This is my 5th class today. I taught my first class to children this morning at a local school, which was interesting. Kids have very short attention spans, I've learned. They don't want to hold poses very long. So I'm there again tomorrow morning. So we're going to do some fun stuff there. And yeah, if you are on Patreon, or even if you're not, you can see this by checking out the link below to the Haunted Mat Yoga Patreon page. I posted our schedule for the month of January. So we're going to continue every Tuesday at 7 p.m. our Gateway to Flow, this class. And every Thursday at 6 p.m. we do Pilates. And we have one special class coming up this month on the 10th of January at 6 p.m. We're going to do a hip to be square flow, which is going to focus on squared hips in split leg positions. So we'll do half splits, lunges, eventually working towards a deeper split, which will be really fun, beginner friendly. I was about to do a split and I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm too tired. I'm not going to demo that right now. And yeah, all right. Thanks for being here. Have a good night. Yay. Thanks, Leanne. Thanks for coming. And I'll see you guys next time. There's no cats here. They've all been in and out of the vet this week, which is very unfortunate. We had Alice at the vet today, and now she's on antibiotics. They seem to be a cat stomach bug going around my house that Neil had on Boxing Day, and now Alice has, and it's a mess here. All right, that's enough from me. I will see you guys next time.